So I'm Shruti Goteti. Um, I'm a senior. I'm gonna graduate soon, and I'm in Switzerland right now. I think the most difficult part for me was finding a topic, finding the right topic for me, because like a lot of the times there's so many different cool things that you can be doing research on. So at the be I just knew I was interested in like something environmental or something medical. And I actually decided to go into the environmental field first. And the first thing that I did with my instructor was find data sets because my instructor told me instead of deciding on a specific thing you want to do your research on, find data sets first and then finalize your research topic because often what's most difficult for us is actually finding a good data set, which I found out later. But the reason why I switched from environmental to a medical standpoint, like for my research, was because I couldn't find any good data sets. And then I switched to using, like, doing a research project on using artificial intelligence to detect strokes in from CT scans. That was also a bit difficult for me to find data sets. Um, Initially, I found a data set at first, and it had like 2,000 photos, but and my instructor told me that was okay to work with. And it was like the results were great and stuff. But then when it came to publishing my paper, I had to go find another data set and merge that with my existing data set to get like more like 10,000 images. So yeah. And of course, the bigger the data set is, the more data processing and the more gigabytes you have to use. And so yeah, that was a bit difficult. But um my experience with Inspirit AI was really good. So what I ended up doing is when it came to the part where I had to publish and really write my paper, he gave me a guideline and he was like, okay, this is what you have to do. You have to have like your introduction, you have to have an abstract ready, all of this. So what I found most useful was like the different I forgot what they're called, but the different sessions, like office hours kind of that were available for me, like on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, where you could just join a Zoom call and there would be like alumni or Inspire AI members ready to help you with your project. Um, and so that's where I met Victoria Lloyd. She really helped me in terms of publishing my paper and stuff. So I found those sessions really helpful in addition to like, and it's always really useful to have additional resources like Piazza, the forum where I could just like type in any information. So it was the fact that Inspire AI, in addition to having a mentor for 10 hours, was offering me other resources in the package. So I thought that was really, really useful. So I published my paper in the Journal of High School Science, and I think Inspire AI does a really good job with helping me prepare for that. I mean, they have like my mentor gave me a guideline, or they kind of where it's specified, okay, this is what you have to talk about in your abstract. This is what you have to talk about in like your research development method, like conclusion analysis. It all. So after I wrote all of that down, I've reached out to Victoria because I met her during office hours and she was in charge of publishing, like helping students publish their paper. And so she really helped me review. I wrote like a draft and then she helped me review it, pinpoint what things I had to like do a bit more on. Like she talked about how my data set might be potentially an issue. And when I submitted it, um, so when I submitted my paper to the Journal of High School Science, they got back to me a month later and they gave me 13 different points on things I had to do. So usually for like if you're this is just to the other high schoolers out there who are looking to get their their paper published. Usually you go through like a revision stage where before they accept your paper, they want you to make some changes to it. And so I had to make a certain number of changes, and Victoria helped me through making those changes. She was like, okay, this is what they mean, but this point, this is what they mean by this point. I'm probably going to Cornell and I'm studying computer science. Yeah, and actually, I think that publishing my paper and kind of going through this whole thing, I actually also got an award from the site I got pu my paper published on, they gave me an award for best manuscript. So I was also able to write that down in it on my college application in addition to writing the fact that I published my own paper in a journal. I think that really, really helped me get into college. Because I've done a couple of other research projects, like I've done research at university, but publishing something, you know, and kind of putting it, like the paper as yours and stuff on a journal and getting an award, I think that really helps. And I ideally Inspirit AI kind of I mean, I did my own research project using artificial intelligence and computer science. It gave me another way to explore like another path in CS. And that's why I want to go to Cornell and study CS there. I kind of want to continue like doing research there and continue like making a direct impact in the medical field sort.